Well, I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see.
This is James Mathers at NAB 2019 for the Digital Cinema Society and for Studio Daily. I'm here at the Core SWX booth. They're a manufacturer of batteries, and Zack Shannon is going to tell us about their new products.
Thanks for coming by, James. So this year we're introducing our new Helix battery lineup. It's a unique dual voltage battery system. It operates natively at 14.4 volts, so it's still compatible with all your existing chargers and accessories. You can still use them on standard 14.4 volt cameras and monitors. But with the added high voltage feature, you can power digital cinema cameras that require the higher voltage, such as the Arri LF. You can also power lighting equipment, and you can also power accessories that require higher voltages, such as focus iris zoom systems. So the added benefit that you get from the high voltage straight from the battery is you leave the power management all up to the battery. The camera is left alone for capturing the content. So for example, let's say you're using a standard 14.4 volt battery on a camera that requires high voltage. You need to upconvert that voltage. So when you're upconverting a low voltage to a high voltage, you're losing about 10% of capacity per hour of usage. So if you have a 2-hour battery, you're losing essentially 20% of runtime. When you're using the Helix system, because you're delivering at the high voltage, there's no conversion involved and it's lossless power. It's 99% efficient to the camera. So when we're also, in addition to that, when we're delivering high voltage to the camera, you're reducing the amperage rate, which keeps the camera operating at a cooler temperature, keeps your batteries operating at a cooler temperature, and overall performance of the system is increased.
Well, this is an example.
Yep. So we have, we start off with the Helix 9. It's a 98 watt-hour pack. These are air transportable. You can carry up to 15 of these on an aircraft. We offer them both in gold mount and V mount. And we're still utilizing the same technology from our HyperCore lineup. So you get the nice LCD runtime display to give you down-to-the-minute runtime information. We have built-in power taps for powering accessories. And these cells can handle up to 12 amp currents at the 14.4 volt voltage rate.
So I see you have a different system on the monitor there.
So this is another battery that we're introducing this year. It's specifically designed for the small HD Focus 5 monitor. We've designed it in a way so it fits perfectly on the back of the monitor. It's a 60 watt-hour battery, so you can power this monitor for roughly 5 hours. And coming in at $89 at MSRP is a very affordable battery pack. You do have runtime indicators on the side, and also a DC input, so you can charge the battery or power the monitor through a power tap cable.
So that's the mount that would be with the small Sony batteries normally?
Correct. It's an L series type connector, so you could technically use this on a larger monitor offered by Small HD like the Focus 7 series, and it fits perfectly on that as well.
And what's this unit?
So this system here, we're just showing that you can use our high voltage Helix systems with standard equipment. This monitor accepts nominal 14.4 volt voltage batteries. So when you're using our Helix system, it's just delivering it the voltage that it needs. No high voltage involved in this one.
How about running the high voltage cameras like the LF?
Yeah. So running the LF, we've tested the HyperCore 9 on there, and we got about 40 minutes of runtime operating at the high voltage. And we're able to achieve that higher runtime because we're keeping everything running cooler. Lower amperage is better for the camera, and it's also better for the battery. And because there's no conversion involved, there's no power loss involved. So it's virtually lossless power going straight from the battery to the camera.
And this is called a SHARKFIN, I believe?
Yep. Yeah. So it's not, well, yeah, I guess it's kind of an official term. Everybody calls it a SHARKFIN. Yeah, so the SHARKFIN allows you to double up on your power or double your runtime. It also allows you to hot swap when you need to keep rolling without shutting your camera off. And to hot swap, all you simply do is take one battery off, put a new one on, take your other battery off, and then put another new one on. So you have 2 fresh batteries to keep your shot rolling.
So you mentioned flying, and that's always a question that a lot of people have.
Yes.
How are the Helix working with flying?
So the shipping regulations or the flying regulations all come down to capacity. So regardless of the voltage, we look at the capacity. So anything below 100 watt hours You can carry up to 15 batteries per person. So if you have a crew of 2 or 3 people, you can carry 30, 45 batteries. They start to limit you once you get into the 100 and 160 range. So batteries that fall within that range, you're limited to 3 packs per person, 1 on your camera and 2 spares. And this is all carry-on. You can never check in your batteries. It's a new rule. It forbids you to do that. And then batteries above 160 are absolutely forbidden on an aircraft. So you would not be able to take our Helix XL because it's a near 300 watt-hour battery pack. But we do have a 190. It's called the HyperCore Prime. And normally you wouldn't be able to carry this on an aircraft, but because we've designed it in a way that splits, you're now legal to transport this.
Thank you very much, Zach.
No problem. Thank you, guys.